the stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her God bubble we soar through the night, exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies fills the air. Come with me, let's ride on the cosmic breeze. With Kelly Coffee we'll journey through galaxies. In her God bubble we'll explore the unknown. A grand adventure like no one.
change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.
Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. Come on in. What's everybody doing this morning? Let's check on you guys. Hey, I am so happy you showed up. Oh, Shay, come on in. You were the first to comment. Does it matter to you first? You are. Hi. Hey, Oscar. Good to see you. Hello, everyone. And Ken, hi Ken, thank you for joining. This is going to be a really, really awesome show. And this is going to attract a lot of people with high intelligence. So, good place to be, right? Everywhere you go, maybe not so much. But in here, you got high intelligence. High intelligence. So excited to be talking about this topic with you. I tried to make the description very rich, like lots of questions, things for you to, topics for you to study yourself, to go do your own research. Yeah, like sections like that in there for you guys. So I'm thrilled to have a very rich description. So if you want to look down there and read, if there's any questions that you want to share your experiences, answer any of those questions. Yeah, this is so healing for me. I don't know about you. And the first one, it was a whole lot about, oh my gosh, I haven't really just talked about this and the impact it made. And then while I was talking about it, I triggered. So it was like, ooh, obviously this is just right there. And I can't be the only one. Hey, let's all let go of this together. Oh, let's all let go of this together. And I'm glad you guys can hear me today. Like, I didn't know you could not hear me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I made that video like unlisted. So let's start fresh. Oh my gosh. So, neurodivergent lens, autism, ADHD. How do you call it? Like when it's like audio or something like that, HD. Anyway, all of that stuff. Let's talk about neurodivergent kids. Oh my gosh. Oh crap. When we were doing this the other day, I was gonna look through and find this picture to show you because it was important. It really mattered to me. So, like crap. And I can't remember if I deleted it or not. So it means like me scrolling through all the pictures, which is like 1,000 pictures. But if I can find this picture, it would be fantastic. If you don't mind just bearing with me while I'm scrolling and looking for it. But I got it from the internet, and you don't always find, when you go to look for it, it's kind of hard to find these days. And if I can't find it, I will look in my files and see if I can. I'm not in here. Motions. Oh my god, thank you for your patience. Cool pictures though. Yeah, not in this one. Nope. And woo. If this wasn't so important to find this picture, you guys, I would not be doing this. Oh, while we're doing this, just want to throw a few pictures up there that might be helpful, and just I like to show you pictures because pictures you remember. From pictures you remember, you can supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You're like, what the fuck is that? And you're like, yeah, look, it looks kind of like this. You're like, oh, okay, I've seen that before. That's a pattern of everything from animals and peoples and plants and all kinds of places. It's the pattern of electricity that we can see on landscaping when crazy electricity happened. Go research that one yourself. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. I was looking for a picture and that came up. Does that explain a lot? That's a thing. You guys go research. Fascinating topics. Fascinating. Okay. Let's see if this is the one. If this is the page that's going to have the picture. Oh, my God. Nope. But while I'm on here, check this out. This is just random. Well, I'm looking for this picture. Okay, it's not down there. Lovely pictures, but not the one. So if you look over there between California and whatever the rest of it is that the Gulf of what? Or also called the Red Sea? Is it the parting of the Red Sea, or did I get that wrong? I found it. Oh, thank God. I found it. Thank me. Yeah, I'm the one looking for it. Do you find that interesting? Because if this story I was told when I was a little kid, when I had songs to go along with it, deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Yeah, it's called the Red River. I see right there. Deep and wide. Like, I think this book is talking about something else. They're beating around the bush. Boom. Okay. Asperger's, neurodivergent. I don't know. We just throw labels around. Whatever. Check this out. It's 90% of the brain, you guys. Does this make sense? This is why we were studied. This is why we were studied. Hey, you guys. Hey, come on in. Come on in. Looks like I made it. Hey, thanks for emailing me. You guys, I got some emails. Like, hey, when are you going to come on? It's like as soon as AI decides to give me 3 more pictures. 7 business days later. That's how it went this morning. Sorry about that. Yes, I made it. And if you've got some stuff to contribute, please contribute. If you want to talk what you emailed me about, if it's not too personal or whatever, I kind of assumed you wanted to talk about it if you were sending me an email. Do you want to put in the comments of a project, your understanding of the project, and all the information you have? You share that if you want to. We'll share it with everybody. Understanding that whatever you guys put there, take everything with a grain of salt. Do your own research. But having a place to start your research is great. And also one person's account of what happened, or a testimony, is that what you call it? But you guys that show up here, this is like you on the left. Like neurodivergent. That's how much of your brain is going at any given time. That's why you're worn out. That's why you're studied in this. Because the ones studying us are on the right. Truly. Or the ones performing the tests, let's say, are on the right. They're just following orders. Can you see how easy it is to keep the one on the right under control? And on the left, you gotta, holy shit, look what has to be done, and we're still not under control. Oh, see, yes, I am. Thank you. So isn't this exciting? Isn't this so cool? Let's see. It was an MGM project, I think is what you called it. Something like that. A picture's worth 1,000 words, Ken. It's so cool that you said that. Because a picture is worth 1,000 words. And what is common, if you're participating in the third dimension, when you look at the third dimension, it's a minimal of 32 frames per second. Let's say your life is created one picture at a time. Okay? Because you don't go anywhere. It's just an illusion of movement. It's an illusion of time, because all of these are just snapshots in time, if you will. Just snapshots of an event, and you put them in a certain order, and you see them. So when you look at words, 1,000 words. Let's say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, where's my calculator? I get my calculator out for this one. Shit. Okay. So you've got a picture's worth 1,000 words, and the average person. Can you look this up? I only have one phone. Do you mind? The average person, what is like their reading comprehension? I'm guessing around 250, maybe 300 words per minute. Like if they're reading, like how fast they can read to actually comprehend what they're reading. Do you mind looking that up and helping me? Oh my gosh. So let's see. So we've got 32 frames per second. Oops. How do I back up? My backup button. Shit. Oh, there it is. Okay. 32 frames per second. So that's a picture. And each is worth 1,000 words. So let's first do 32 frames per second times 1,000 words. Do equals. Okay. 32,000 words. So that's in 1 second. So the average brain on the left is processing life at 32 pictures per second or more. You guys, or more if you go into other dimensions. Oh, thank you, Ken. It will help with my math. I can't undo this to go look right now. So you guys on the left have 32,000 words equivalent to, in 1 second, what is, and we're going to find out how long the average person on the right has to read to process that much information. And I'm going to show you why you're stressed out. I hope this makes sense to you guys. and explaining a lot of things about the avatar, not so you can manipulate the avatar, so you can let go. Let go of what, Kelly? Judgment, criticism, and expectations, and systems that don't make sense to you. You came here with a specific blueprint. Exactly. That's what I was thinking, between 200 and 300. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, Ken, and go with 300. How about that? Let's pretend the one on the right's above average. In 300 words per minute is what they comprehend. So here's the number of words, and I'm going to divide it by 300. Thank you so much, Ken. And it's 106.6. Okay. 106 was per minute. Minutes. You guys, that's over an hour and a half of reading. Oh, shit. That's over an hour and a half of reading. Almost 2 hours of reading that they've got to do to equate the information that we take in 1 second. Do my calculations make sense to you guys? Ted, you have Google. Look up the golden ratio. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Ted is very talented. I don't know if I can brag on you, Ted, and your high intelligence. So I asked Ted to brag on himself to me. So I think that's so cool. You don't have permission to brag on you. So 106 minutes, you guys. So I'm assuming, I don't know, Ted, give me feedback. Does the brain on the left look familiar? Ken, does the brain on the left look familiar? Or feel familiar? And how we got Shay up there, you guys in the comments. Shay, does that brain on the left kind of have a familiar feeling to you? You go, Oscar. How you guys feeling about that? Like, yeah. So it takes 106 minutes of reading and being able to comprehend what you're reading to take in as much information as 1 second. So let's look at like 1 minute. What is 1 minute? Oh shit, how do you get that? What did I get? 1 second? So what was that? 32,000? Oh I deleted my calculator. How do I get back to... Oh, there it is. Yeah, it was 32,000. Okay, let me go back. So, oops, let me clear. Okay, 32,000. So it's 32,000 words per second. So what is this per minute? Times 60. Okay. 1,920,000. So in 1 minute, word wise, it would take this many words. This is 1 minute of you just sitting there looking at something. No joke, you guys. Seriously. You're just sitting there in a room. You're in a lobby. You're waiting to see the dentist or something. Like, you're taking information in word form at 1,920,000 words per minute. That's and then someone's like, what's on your mind? You're like, oh, I can't take it. Because we're sitting here visualizing, and it's so much faster than putting it into words. I'm finding out, trying to program AI. The words that I'm choosing, like shit. I'm grasping at the words. Oh, thank you, Ted. MGM was mentally gifted minors, but also the GATE program. I think you said, who are the GATE program? Yeah. Yes, you only read the words that are significant, mostly nouns. Okay. So, my grade school called it HAS, High Achieving Students. Thank you. MS, what do I call you? Callie. Well, I'll call you Callie for now. What do you guys think of this? Like, so exciting. So I wanted to before we started, I wanted to show you this brain so that you've got an idea of where we're going with this. And I don't know why there's not a background on this. I hope it's not my internet. If my internet's messing up, this kind of stuff usually happens. Okay. So let's look at this project. Let's look at this project. I don't know if any of this feels familiar. Does any of this feel familiar to you? The pink drink. The headphones, which AI didn't get quite right, but we got real close. The men in black. Did the ones that visit you have hats? What were they wearing? Here's something that I find very interesting, that the men that were involved, not maybe other testers that came to do hearing tests and so forth, but these guys. These guys had on a suit, but they did not have it was not a 3-piece suit, like with a vest and everything. There were no pocket watches, anything like that. The ones that came at night to visit, they had strange skin. Kind of like the skin on Vecna on Stranger Things. But I never knew how to describe it until I saw it and I started connecting it. And so I did a search of the internet. I'm going to do another show on that and talk about these ones at night that came to visit. Did they have a 3-piece suit? Was there some form of a timepiece? Some form of a hat in the movies. In the movies, understanding they don't do it exactly like it is, but they've got all of the nuances in there. So we're going to look at being visited at night. In my world, from age 0, from as far as I can remember, and my mom telling me, I'm like, when did I start screaming in the middle of the night or whatever? She's like, well, pretty much from the beginning. Until age 33, and then, or through age 33, and then after I turned 34, to my knowledge, I was never visited again by them. The men with this, strange skin that looked very root-like. I always described it as tree bark, but not tree bark. Very root-like. You could just a bunch of roots that come together and create a texture or like a pattern. So I'm going to do a whole other complete show on that. We're going to look at all of these movies and look at the elements and what I see that's close to or similar to my own experience. And I'd love for you guys to share your experience or things that you've heard other people have experienced about what I call men in black, but everybody else calls hat men or the hat man. It doesn't mean that he was like a man in black. That's just my word for it because he dressed in black. All his clothing was black. The hat was black. And the face. Everybody says I couldn't see the face. I saw the face. I saw the face. And it was, well, and then still, think of Vecna. How do you describe that if it's in the dark? You're seeing this texture in the dark. How do you describe it? Because like Vecna, I would have described it differently because it was like in the light and very detailed. So it absolutely makes sense. It's a covering like that, not necessarily in the style that they did with all these characters, but definitely that same texture. So who is this that visited us at night that had the Vecna texture and dressed like this in a 3-piece suit and a hat? Yeah, we're going to examine that. So we're going to look at all the details and you guys, I would love for you to share your accounts. And if you were visited at night, was it every night that you're aware of? Of what ages? Again, mine was like from 0 through age 33, and it ended when I turned 34. It never happened again. It's like they were done. Interesting. 33. I found that interesting. Let's see. When I was in Gates, it was MGM first. They also have this participate in these little children's shows. Oh my god. They also have US participate in these children's shows during that time. Oh, you're not in the US. That explains. So basically it's just not just the United States. Whoa. Okay, here okay. You guys. Because if this was supposed to be for the purposes of, oh, these kids, they can remote view, so they're going to spy for us, and they're doing it in all the countries, then what is it really? Is it about spying? Is it about those that talk about speaking Russian or learning Russian, or not remembering learning it, but suddenly they start speaking Russian out of nowhere? All those things are unexplainable. Do we have a generation of those that were programmed in some capacity? Handlers were assigned to them their entire lives so that at a certain point they could be activated. And if so, activated for what? For what? So, thank you, the Michigan. Hello. Hello. California. I remember those god awful things. Oh my god. Gate High School, small community. Interesting. I always thought these guys with the black suits and hat were my grandfather. Like, Ken, tell me if I'm misunderstanding what you're talking about. You meaning like maybe you're intuitive and you're like tuning into the people around you or whatever, and or seeing them or noticing them in some way, and then seeing someone in dressed probably like your grandfather dressed. Again, I'm assuming. Please correct me. Um, and you maybe mistook them. I think you would not mistake the face. If you go, are you able to go back like in your memory and remember, did they have a face or not? And if so, did it look like my grandfather, or was the face vague or no face? Not just Ken, but a lot of you that encountered this. I'm having flashbacks from third grade. Miss Triplet, I don't know if we should put names in here. Elementary school grade. I don't know if we should point all this stuff out. Let's be careful. Let's see. Yeah, MGM first. That is so interesting. That's so interesting. There was always 3 of them every time you saw them. A lot of the times I saw 3, Ted. It was always between 1 and 3, but a lot 3. There was one person that came out in front, and the other 2 were behind the one in front. They were kind of like stacked. They weren't just all in a row, just standing there. But yeah, there were. I could do more AI pictures in the future and have 3 of them standing there. If you think, you guys that did encounter these in the middle of the night, Hat Man, did you ever encounter 3 of them, or up to 3 of them? Let's see. I always assumed that they were part of the family. Had no idea who they were. And too, Ted, it might be your family. Who knows? Floating on a live people. It's like, wee. It's like, you guys don't peek in the shower. Weirdos, don't do it. Don't do it. So you guys, I took great care in creating these pictures to have a feeling. And I hope that comes through. And if you're in a place of remembering, when you look at these pictures, if there's some remembering, here's a safe place to express that in the comments. If there's any kind of remembering that takes place with what happened. Does anybody remember the flashing lights? Any flashing lights at all, even if you don't remember any details? or a lamp that looked special or different, even if you don't remember if it ever did a flashy thing. Do you remember seeing equipment like that? What kind of equipment did you see in these rooms? When I was tested in third grade, I believe, it was two men that came, very, very similar, like these two standing there, but very slender and younger. They'd taken their jackets off, so they had white long sleeve, button-up shirts with the ties, but they had very slender ties, like from the 50s. I thought that was very peculiar. How when we get this influence from above, on some higher tier, and they're dressed in the 50s. Do you find that interesting? I do. Do you remember the headphones? I remember putting on the headphones in class, and they would go one by one while maybe you were doing some other activity or busy work or something. They were, one by one in the classroom. They were doing these hearing tests. That was embarrassing, but that was Gen X. And then you got taken for individual testing, where it was a longer test, right and left, raise your hand sort of thing. And, what's the last tone you can hear, as far as low or high goes? That kind of testing. Do you remember that? What do you remember? You guys, and that feeling I felt in high school, I tried to leave all the details out of it, but I didn't feel like I was like anybody else. I felt so isolated and separate from everybody. And then I'm sitting here analyzing my life. Why is life so different for me? That I can see this is happening and I don't know what to do about it. But except for mask and fake it. Did a lot of us do that? The masking. Who's watching me? I'm being watched all the time. Do you guys have a feeling of being watched? It's like, I thought the point was to excel in school. But I'm gifted and, highly intelligent. Why do I struggle at making the good grades and being compliant in the system? I'm very alone from my peers. Sensory overload. Oh my gosh. Being around other people, being potentially empathetic, sensing their energies. Gifted. Plus neurodivergent, you guys. This is like a special category here. Neurodivergent is its own category, but then gifted on top of it. And I'm just guessing that that's who's here listening to this podcast. Am I guessing correctly? You guys? Do you relate to this? This is a wonderful place for us to talk about this together, don't you think? And it's a place where it's okay for us to remember. It's okay to remember. This is a safe place to remember. Do you want to do an exercise? Slow, deep breathing. It's not happening now. Right in the present moment, I am safe, secure, stable. I'm in a place of joy and happiness and healing, healed, healthy, abundance and prosperity and success, wealth. A wonderful place at the moment. It's okay to remember details in the moment from one of the events that happened in the timeline. So cool. It's okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a deep breath. When you let the breath out, you're going to see a picture. Trust the picture. Don't trust anything after it. If you're listening to me talk instead of breathing, let's all do it again. Maybe don't do it twice to question yourself. That's not what I mean if it worked. But if it's like, Kelly, you rushed me, we're going to take a deep breath. When you let the breath out, boom, you're going to see a picture. And you're in a wonderful place when you see that picture now. It's okay to know these things. It's okay to remember what happened to us in those rooms, in those trailers, in those rooms with no windows. It's okay. This is a safe place. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be fearful. It's all okay. Because it's not happening right now. MK Ultra for the adults in the military, yes. So when we remember and we start to remember, that's when the healing begins. You guys, because it's not happening now. And when we heal from it, anything that we're going through, since we create our reality, it's going to be quite different now than before. Let's see. You see anything? Tap the ether if your energy is pure and you see anything. Oh, the Michigander. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. Yeah, in that, I've got a remote viewing class. If you guys are wanting to remote view, I do have a remote viewing class. And, we could talk about ether in here. And a method of remote viewing that I do not promote is like tapping into the ether and so forth, because that's in the matrix. So you're just tunneling through the matrix. It might be a good stepping stone for some people, but that is one of those programs. That's the Gateway program that teaches that. So I have helped a lot of people that have been in the Gateway program of the Monroe Institute that graduated. They're locked in to a way of remote viewing that is very limited, because they take like the top remote viewers in the world. Let's say they're 100% accurate. They go through the Monroe Institute. They're only 70% accurate or less. And there's a bunch of stuff they can't see now. And when I teach you to remote view, there's no block. So if we tap into the ether, we're going to see some stuff. But we're going to see mostly of everything else, nothing. And in this, you're still creating with your feelings and emotions. So why not go to the God bubble level? Exciting, right? Let's see. Oh, cool. Yeah. And it's cool you're flexible with that. You're flexible because all it is just doing another exercise from another perspective. The Michigander. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. Crap. I don't want to call you by number. Let's see. Oh, no worries. And thanks for being helpful. That's cool. I think that I'm interacting with the program I have been in for years. Yeah, these programs that are in the GATE program, because I did not go on to the Gateway program, and they couldn't. So I was 100% accurate, and they couldn't like dumb me down in that way. So I went straight into like the Stargate program, remote viewing, straight to that program, because I didn't have any limits. They couldn't control me. So the ones that can 100% from the God bubble perspective, you can see top secret documents, classified information, and you can go underground in Area 54 and see what's going on there, not just what they tell you is going on there. Like you can do stuff like that before someone like the Monroe Institute gets a hold of you. So you guys, if you ever want to work with me on that, if you feel like you've been brainwashed in those systems, I help you to let go of it. And most people who graduate from the Monroe Institute that I work with, within one-on-one session, or like, an hour one-on-one session, they don't ever need to see me again. They're unblocked from everything because they're all already highly skilled. I just show them how to let go of the blocks and the programs by changing perspective. They're already experts at remote viewing. Let's just move your perspective to the God bubble, and boom, there's that 30% that they tried to get rid of. Ah. Whew. Isn't this cool? It's cool to know. You guys. I love that you guys are like discussing stuff in the comments. I've got a good heartbeat on what's going on. Very exciting. So let's look at this. Let's look. There might be a part 3. If you guys want a part 3, if you're really jiving with this, so let's do it. Let's do it. So yeah, from the neurodivergent lens, autism, ADHD, what we can say, there's a known group called twice exceptional, or 2E. Put it in the comments if you think you're 2E. Gifted and disability, if you might have been labeled that way. I'm not saying you are. There might have been a label applied. Disability or neurodivergence includes ADHD, autism traits in many cases. So there's some of the sources should be in the description box, you guys. Childmind.org. Twice exceptional kids, both gifted and challenged. Some great sources, it looks like. CHCONLINE.org. Resource Library, National Association for Gifted Children, twice exceptional students. So there's a lot of information out there about this. Why it connects to our story without overclaiming. Neurodivergent kids are often tested more, categorized more, and we saw the brain earlier. This does make sense, doesn't it? Moved into special programs more, monitored more closely, behaviorally and academically as well. So important to look at. Like, I'm not claiming the CIA targeted autistic kids through schools. There's no proof of that, but I'm saying neurodivergent kids are often the most visible to systems that track human ability, right? If you are neurodivergent, did the school label you accurately, do you think? Do you think you have a good label on you? Do you feel like that label has helped or hindered you in life? Did they misread you completely? Did they give you a label instead of gifted? We won't say. Another kind of a label? What was your experience? Oh, step ladder to it. Traveling clairvoyance before remote viewing. That sounds like a natural progression. Yeah, cool beans. Let's see. Gone back on my own after the first. Wait, what am I going back? What am I reading? By nature, of course. Nice. There we go. The testing. Oh my God, the testing. How did you feel during the testing? Did you feel like you were being assessed for a program for another reason? Did you have an I don't know if it was just an overall feeling, if it's like trust issues from the beginning, but there was this, just no matter how good they looked on the surface, there was something about it I did not trust. When those two men came in that trailer that had no windows. And that's what I tried to portray in these pictures. It's my experience of the old-fashioned. It was in roughly 1978 or thereabouts. So they had their vehicle. They were towing this trailer behind the vehicle to come in and do my testing. They wanted to take me into the trailer. My mom, and this is what worried me. My mom's nature was overly protective. like ridiculously overly protective, not trusting at all, and so forth. Without hesitation, she's like, sure, you could take my daughter to your trailer and do her testing all by yourself without anybody else but you two men. Okay, that's not exactly what she said, but and I, as a child, I was like, what just happened? My mom, that I had 100% trust in because she was overly protective, like that she was always going to look after me and she had rules and all of that. Suddenly, a situation she would never allow me to get into, suddenly she's just fine with me just going into this trailer with no windows with two men. Something and I think my parents called it stubborn. My stubbornness was no. When I got that feeling of something's not right, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I said, no, I stuck to it. So they tested me inside the building. Or it's my mom was, I think it was like even the summer that they came and tested me. And, you know, they went to wherever you were with this trailer. So my mom, we were doing like vacation Bible school or something. So we were at the church. So we just went into one of the classrooms or whatever and did all the testing there. But he watched me the whole time and he never left. He watched. I mean, not in a creepy kind of way. He never left. He just he wasn't looking over my shoulder and reading. He was just observing me. Which was very odd as well. So anyway, that was my experience in third grade with the testing. And there are snippets when I think back, my memories that are so vivid. You know, like when it was all over with, I was curious about what was in the trailer. So I asked if I could see inside the trailer. They said yes. So they showed me inside the trailer. There was all kinds of equipment in that trailer. So I did the trailer without the flashy thing, you guys. And I saw everything. So you guys might have seen something and the flashy. Did you not see it? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me your experience. The crazy room where if you went up, let's see, is this like a visualization? What is this? You went up the stairs, you were going down the stairs and up, and you ended up in the same room, kind of thing. Somebody had to come along and guide you out. Oh my God. Oh shit. And this is another country, I think. Hey, Ken. In junior high, they label these kids as being on the spectrum ED program. Or ed, special. Oh my God, I can't even read. Hold on. Special ed. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, how would they label me right now? Shit. What got me was the white trailer that showed up at the school. Oh, the white trailer. The one they showed up with mine was a black trailer with no windows. But the back, you could take the whole back and bring it all the way down. So if like you had a four-wheeler or something, you could wheel it in and out or roll carts in and out or walk it up like a ramp. Or if it's closed, there was a section over here where it was an individual door you could open and step in the back of the trailer, either one. And it was black and it had like the chrome, around the edges and everything. It was chrome. But it was a black trailer with no windows at all. I could not see on the top, so I don't know if there's ventilation on the top or whatever. In the back corner, there was they just built like two walls, basically to make a square room, little tiny room, almost like a small shower. It was not a shower. That was a flashy room. Like to do the flashy, because they had to do the flashy stuff with you without them getting affected. So they would put you in the room. Oh shit, I just remembered that. Oh my God. I was saying it like I knew what I was talking about. Like that was the flashy room. I don't feel good right now. Oh, I don't feel good right now. Oh, I don't feel good right now. Oh, I feel dizzy. Hold on. I'm not okay. Oh my God, what is going on? But I don't know what's happening. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. What is this? I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, you guys are so. Like, that's why I've got these pictures. I know they're AI, they make mistakes, but like this AI version of the flashy. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why I'm so upset. And that's why we're doing this, you guys. That's why we're doing this. That in these pictures, I hope you start remembering. And not the pictures exactly, but the context, the concept. Oh my God, what happened? I don't know. It's like, it feels good though. It feels like I'm letting stuff go. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm letting it go. And it feels better. I know it doesn't sound like that. But, oh my God. That was such a hard time. Feeling like I'm the only one that this is happening to. Why was I visited every night? And I was only allowed to tell my parents. And they were like, don't tell anybody else. That was so hard. And I had a dog, but I told my dog everything. That's how I handled it, was telling my dog, talking to my dog. Because my dog wouldn't tell. My parents, told the doctor, which is kind of like the counselor back then, and the pastor, and both of them advised them to make sure that I don't tell anybody else. They're like, okay, we believe you, but don't tell anybody. That was their advice. And back then, that generation, they did what they were told. Oh my God. Holy crap. And you guys, have you had a feeling of being observed? And you don't know how, and you feel like a crazy person even saying it out loud. Like, if I started to tell someone like this, they would suggest, some form of pill that I've seen advertised recently. If I start talking about this, I think I'm being followed. Well, I think I'm being observed, even if it is by technology and so forth. Like, so someone's keeping an eye on me. Someone's keeping tabs on me. I mean, in my life, just having stuff that does happen, not even the suspicious stuff that, like, after I won the Naval Science Award in 1988, the Navy, they followed me for 30 years. Every 6 months, they would send me a letter with a job offer for 30 years. Every 6 months, a letter in the mail with a job offer. Now, here's the weird part. I never told them where I moved to when I moved. And in that 30 years, I moved a few times. Every time I moved, they knew where I was and they sent me a letter to that new address. I thought that was odd. Like the first time that happened, it was like, what? Because I graduated. They gave me an offer, right then and there. And when I graduated, just go ahead and come and work for them. And I was like, well, it's important to my parents or whatever that I get a degree. And they're like, well, you can come work for us without a degree. And my mom really wanted me to get a degree, so didn't want me to just start working. I mean, they offered me $250,000, you guys, and so that was kind of like my parents' goal. What was that? So while I was at college with a college, like a PO box at college, through the college, and one of their like community centers and stuff at the college, um, I got job offers while I was in college from the Navy, and it was civilian positions, not like where you have to wear a uniform and stuff like that, just civilian stuff. So that's as far as being observed or watched or whatever. At least the stuff that I do know about, it's enough that they knew where I lived and continued to send me job offers over 30 years, no matter where I lived. I kept getting them. And then just kind of out of the blue, they stopped. After 30 years, the job offer stopped. And then it was done. It was over. God, we don't need you anymore. So when was that? Wait, hold on. Let me go to that. This might explain something. Where's my calculator? Okay. So 18 plus 30 years. So that's about age 48, 50. Oh my God. So yeah, it's about age 48 is when the job offer stopped. And that's when I was like, I'm done. Left Texas, went in a completely different direction. And so feeling like maybe I'm paranoid, but feeling like as I'm going from place to place, not having a handler, choosing not to marry my next handler, like shit, I don't need another, handler like that. Just doing my own thing. It feels like can't prove it. I've looked at it just thinking, am I paranoid? Looking it up on the internet. What is it? If you're being followed, what are the signs? If someone's in one of those houses or whatever that's watching the whole neighborhood, what does it look like to be in one of those houses? Do you hear clicks on your phone and, stuff like that? It's, if you're being watched. And there were a lot of things. It's like, okay, well, this and this and this and this is going on, but still can't prove it. But just all kinds of stuff, which feels like I'm being watched. But then questioning myself, am I insane? Holy crap! Testing. I eventually had to, after all the years of testing, I see a psychiatric help for 5 years as a child. Anybody else relate to that? I'm constantly having anxiety attacks and completely relate with you. Oh my God. Wow, you guys, this is just huge. I feel better though. Oh my gosh, I feel amazing after I saw, because I told you guys about that thing in the corner. But it was always from the perspective of standing outside. Okay, you guys, what did they do? Because I went in that box. Okay, the story I remember, memory I remember is standing there looking inside and seeing all the equipment. But I just had a flashback of being inside of that box and doing the flashy thing. Did they do the flashy thing there to myself and my mom? Did they take me into the trailer and do stuff and then flashy to my mom as well? Oh my God. I remember being inside that box. I don't have a complete memory of what happened. Okay, hold on. So we go out to the trailer and they're like, yes, you can look in. I look in. And then they talk to my mom for a while. Just about the weather and stuff. And not anything significant. It's just, being polite and thanking them for coming to where we were and so forth. I'm trying to remember after that. I don't remember anything after that. I mean, I know it was a long time ago, but the stuff I do remember is very clear. Like I'm right there. I can even see my mom laughing, like her head kind of tilting back a little while she laughs. I can still see that, but I have no idea, even a concept of what we did after that. Even though I can't specifically remember going in the building, I know we went in the building. I don't even remember that. Oh, you guys, whoa! I think they did flashy thinging us. They did, didn't they? That's how I know how to. Okay, because before I saw all of the stuff in there, I think they used all that equipment on me, and the one with all the knobs and everything. I'm gonna see if I can get AI to recreate some of the technology type things that I saw in there, even if I don't know what they did, to see if I can recreate what they look like. Let me see if I can do that. Let's see. 68 to 83. That's a sweet spot right there. The year 68 to 83. Big sweet spot for this GATE program. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, you guys. Holy crap. So the testing process. The testing that they had us do. Oh my God, that looks very similar to what we did. I'm kind of freaking out. Oh my God. That's kind of, these symbols are getting to me. Oh, you guys. The gateway process. Here we go. These are the ones I work with now. The gateway process. The ones who are in GATE. They went through the Monroe Institute. They were limited. They're like, I want to remote view. I want to remote view from the God bubble perspective. And again, if they take my remote viewing class, check my website. You'll see it. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, I can't see that small right now. I don't know which one it is. Here's my healing one. I've got the one with healing. Take a look at that. But also this one, the remote viewing online course. You guys. Did AI do a cool job with those pictures? That's awesome. So in this class, if you graduated from the Monroe Institute, like the Gateway program, this one's for you. Because you'll start remote viewing in a completely different way. Definitely remote viewing in a completely different way than you remote viewed before, where you have no stop signs. Nothing is limited. You can see everything in all of creation. That's the way I teach you. So, if you already have that talent in you and confidence and all of that, it'll just take, if you want to do a personal session with me, we can do that as well. You guys, or one of these mentorship classes that we have, like this one right here, a mentorship class. Very, very good. The one on Friday, you guys, I'm so excited for this. The next 20 years, your path to success, you're going to be completing this for yourself. It's going to be based on feelings and emotions for the next 20 years, and not necessarily milestones for, at a certain year, I'm going to have a house and, the luxury car of my dreams and the yacht and the matching airplane and whatever, wherever you're going. And you don't have to do what these ladies are doing here. But when I was working with AI, I saw how much overall AI was programmed. When in the bubbles, it was things where you were successful. But did I put it in there? I don't think I did. I didn't want to include it. It looked like a woman, a man, like getting married, and then there's a house, a nice house behind them. in vacations, in cars, and stuff like that. And I corrected AI, and I'm like, no, these mostly ladies. You gentlemen are welcome to take my courses, but I have a lot of ladies in there who look at their dreams in life or as a leader. I just thought, but put a few examples of leadership in there. I said to AI, don't you feel that, ladies? In whatever capacity you are the leaders, and then the next 20 years, which is going to be amazing. If you feel like you're a leader, let's set you up for that success, because what your leadership is not you bossing everybody around and telling them what to do, although you might have fun doing that. As a leader, you set an example, you follow your heart. If you follow anything, you follow your heart. You let go, allow, and heal. You get a 20-year plan to let go, allow, and heal. And then following that plan, you look back and you find that you're being followed. That's what a true leader is. It's following their heart, starting a movement. What did the monks do? What did the monks do? Okay. What did the monks do? They started a movement. How did they start a movement? By going out and telling people what to do? No. They started a movement by just being healed emotionally, it seems, in emotions, their feelings, in a really good healed state. And by example, they led. And that's why, as they went along on this journey across the United States to say something, they looked back and saw millions and millions of people following them. And they were just following their own heart. Nobody might have even cared. And now it's a movement. And that's what you're doing. That is what you're doing. So we're setting that up for the next 20 years. Rich in feelings and emotions, and not necessarily physical milestones. Although part of the process is, what is it in life you want? The yacht, the matching airplane, and sports car. They all have to match. I was being silly. That's a lot of maintenance, by the way. That's bullshit. I'm like, I don't want something that's a lot of maintenance. No, thank you. And do you know how much maintenance a yacht is? Fuck that shit. Crap. So if I'm wanting this yacht and everything, and then I don't want this yacht, it's kind of giving confusing messages to the universe, isn't it? So we will look at, I want the matching yacht and all. And it's like, what are we really wanting? To feel important, to feel valued, to feel worthy, to be accepted, to have acceptance, to be admired. What is it that we were really after when we wanted the matching yacht? So this is part of the process that we're going to go through in the next 20. Do all of this together, and you're going to set yourself up for the next 20 years. And you're going to put some things in place. It's going to be easy to do this. And you can have a really big once-a-year upgrade, let's say. So you figure this 20-year plan out, and you carry out year one. At the end of year one, let's do a reevaluation and see if we've still got the same plan for the next 20 years. Isn't that exciting? So we may change some things, but you had a plan in the first place. Let's get that plan. What's exciting about making a plan in this class is you don't have to stick for it for the whole 20 years. This is just a place to start. And as you create your own program, that's what you're doing. I help you create your own program that makes sense for you, and you evaluate it. Isn't that fantastic? I think that's exciting. right. Yes. There we go. In her own world. Did you guys ever daydream? Did you ever daydream? You were daydreaming class, and it was like, stop daydreaming and pay attention to what's going on in this classroom. You got to share this video. If you feel there's value in it, share this video if you know that someone is dealing with us, someone who is suffering, and it's time to heal. It's time to let go of this. So being so gifted and neurodivergent in this gateway program, being in our own world, that place called imagination, you can access information. But when you get that place called imagination, do you push, pull, or do you let go and allow? So, analysis and assessment of the gateway process, www.cia.gov, reading room docs, and it should be in the description down there. The document that started the internet fire. What the document is, an analysis of a process related to altered states and perception training. What's documented? Why intelligence would care. A concept list. And possible motives, but not claims. Just, what are the motives? Stress control, attention training, psychological resilience. Does anything resonate with you guys? Improved human performance. Exploring unusual possibilities. Cold War mindset. The scary part. What if consciousness is trainable in ways we don't understand? Well, that's a question that people who don't understand consciousness ask. I think what they're asking is, what if awareness is trainable in ways we don't understand? Consciousness is there no matter what. You can't train it. It's just you seeing your entire reality. That's all consciousness is consciousness bubbles with the potential to create. So we're looking at awareness. Good news day. We're looking at awareness. They weren't treating the mind like fantasy. They are treating it like a system. Carving up the minds. And this mind, this mental state, which is the matrix. Can't you see how if you get into the mind and you start to screw with it, you will never get out of the matrix? You will never see what the matrix is. Do you feel you have untapped ability? More so in the consciousness department than the awareness? Because I think, my opinion, when we're looking at the GATE program, Gateway, Stargate, and everything, when they go to the toroidal field, they're dealing in pure white light consciousness and not awareness anymore. So it just kind of seems like they're screwing around in the awareness level and blocking everybody. My opinion, seeing that. Do you think people are chasing patterns and seeing things that are not there? Or do you think because of the high level of intelligence and all that you're truly seeing what is there and you're just being gaslit? Do you feel gaslit in the system? Well, let me know. I do at times. I feel quite gaslit. Hi, Miss Omai. Good to see you. I was very easily distracted at school. That's the sign, Ken, of that genius, high intelligence. That distraction in school. Absolutely. And she's in her own world. While she's taking this test, how many dimensions and worlds and universes do you think she's creating while she's taking this test? You can see it on her face. There's more going on than what's right in front of her. She accesses other dimensions. Stargate, remote viewing, the CIA archive, you guys. This would be a good place to have a part 3. This is a wonderful place. This is a wonderful place to start a part 3. So we'll do that. What do you think, you guys? Let's do part 3 to this. Getting into, in part 3, the Stargate program. The Stargate program. Because we've looked at the Gateway program. Now Stargate, remote viewing. And this is from declassified information. This is the direction we're going to with declassified information. And all of our experiences bring it into that. So, you guys, that being said, what do you think? What do you think? Could you relate to this? Was it helpful in your healing process? It sure was for me. When I triggered, when one of these pictures, I was triggered on one of these pictures, and that's what I was hoping I would do in here. You guys, is in with these pictures of remembering. Stargate in Iran currently. Awesome. Here's the cool thing, Ken. The Stargate, to the best of my knowledge, you guys do your own research. But the Stargate program, the Stargate was not, I'm not saying it cannot be copied. Stargate was not like this big circle, like the movie with, what's his face? Oh, shit, I forgot his name. He's so cute. Or used to be. Or she, none of my business. That's the Stargate, the original one. Like, we look at that as being a Stargate. I'm not saying that doesn't exist, but that's a copy of what? The Stargate that is in all of these children. They are the Stargates. Why are they the Stargates? Because they're the stars. They're the ones, the stars originally up in what? The plasma field. You guys, we're back into the plasma field. So with the Stargate, we are the opening to everything. And it is copied with technology. So this copy, like in Iran and so forth, this is, in this reality, how you go from here to there. Like, good luck with that. From here to there and everywhere. Isn't this fantastic? So yeah, the Stargate, well, we'll talk about. And the Stargate and the Mars connection. Does anybody remember Mars? Does anybody remember doing a tour on Mars, even if you don't remember it? Do you find videos and information about Mars very appealing? And it's like, I feel like I've got this unnatural attraction to everything. You guys. So yeah. So I'll see you again. Tomorrow, I'm very excited. Tomorrow, I've got no, I don't have that open anymore. I'm sorry. I don't have that open anymore. Forget what I just said about Monday. Tuesday. Tuesday is the healing class. Yeah, that's the wrong one. There we go. Tuesday is the healing class. Go check out thegodbubble.com and sign up. Sign up means you pay for it. And once you pay for it, I get all your information and you're in the class. That's what signing up means. You go. And then Wednesdays, it's got all this information on my website. So on Wednesdays, my remote viewing course, come to it. If you're a Monroe graduate, you might want to do a private session with me instead of the remote viewing online course. But, you tell me. You tell me with that. And then on Friday, I'm really excited about this. This is the next 20, your path to success. You are going to be setting your future for the next 20 years, which when I look at cycles, because that's what you do when you're neurodivergent, right? There's cycles all the damn time. We've got a cycle. The details might be different every cycle, but the energy is the same. So you see this energy cycle we're going through it. The next 20 years are going to be absolutely freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing. And in that, my concern, Mama Kelly's concern is you guys are going to start this 20 years with a bad attitude. Or imagine probably just talking about myself again, right? That we start this next 20 years out knowing that we're in supportive energy. And in that supportive energy, we're just going to hit the ground running. We're not going to wait. We're not going to wait around and go, well, that's not working. Why is everybody else succeeding? My success is delayed. Oh, I'm delaying myself. I don't want that to happen to you. So this course is very affordable to you guys. So sign up for the next 20. And we're going to rock and roll and get our plan for success. What is you'll see it in the description. Please read the description. How to prepare for the class and all. But you'll see that requirement for the class and how am I going to know I can't see you and I'm not there with you. But a spiral notebook, something to write with, or a 3-ring binder, and start stuffing it with stuff. So come to class with that on Friday. That should give you enough time. I rushed it, so I changed the date on it to this Friday, you guys, because it's like some people are like, I gotta get a spiral, Kelly. And I haven't had a day off. Could you please give me a day off? It has to be over the weekend. So I was like, oh crap. Sorry about that. Thank you for the feedback. So I changed the date, and it's going to be on Friday. I think it's 11:30. Please check my website to see. I can't wait to see you in that. And you guys, I take my own workshops. I'm going to take this workshop with you. I'm going to be writing down my 20-year plan too. You don't think I'm going to miss this workshop? Oh, hell no. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to set myself up for success for the next 20 years. Yeah, that's what this workshop's all about. You guys, I hope you understand the information in this workshop is from like the God bubble kind of stuff. Your higher self kind of level. Now, this avatar Kelly is still unhealed in a lot of areas. And because of that, taking the course the next 20, your path to success, avatar Kelly, I believe, my opinion, is going to do very well taking that course. So just because the information comes out from me, it doesn't mean that I'm all healed in those areas. This comes from the elsewhere. And then it works, and I find myself healed when I take my own courses. So let's call this together. And when we do all this stuff together, it's so much easier to do the exercises and to let go and allow when we do it together. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this. And I will get everything done. I don't think I have to make as many pictures this time, so it shouldn't be so bad. And I guess I'll be seeing you guys definitely on there was so not cool. I was gonna have like a cool ending, and it just ended up being a big pause from hell. So I love you guys. I'll see you for part 3.
Realm of dreams where the stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her God bubble we soar through the night. Exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies